This video is sponsored by the trading brokerage Moomoo. Use my link down below, deposit $100 with Moomoo, and we each get 5 stocks, and each of those stocks, get this guys, is valued up to $3,500. So get your free money from Moomoo, link down below, and let's get right into the video. Alrighty guys, so we have to break down the game plan for this upcoming week. In this video, we have a lot of earnings reports coming out this week. Obviously, the stock market's been very volatile, so I want to break down the overall markets, and of course, we're going to break down some stocks, different charts. So if you guys find value, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe. Ibiza, oh, you want to say hi to the people? Hold up, guys. My dog wants to say hi. Let me bring her up here. Ibiza here wants you to hit the like button. She wants you to subscribe, and she wants you to join my Patreon if you want all my moves and Discord access, plus morning videos that's linked down below. Right, Ibiza? Right? All right, let's get into the video, guys. And again, don't forget to get your 5 stocks linked down below. Let's talk. So before we even get into the earnings reports, which let me tell you, there's not a lot of big tech companies reporting this week. Maybe there's a couple that you could consider bigger tech companies, but obviously the mega caps already reported. But don't worry, guys. We have a lot of companies we're going to talk about that are reporting earnings this week. So before we get into those, let's take a look briefly at what the market has been up to as of late. And you guys that have been watching my channel, you know my analysis at this point of, kind of what's been going on, but let's quickly break it down for a quick refresher in this part of the video. So what I've been saying is on the 10-day chart, both on QQQ, which tracks the NASDAQ 100, and SPY, which tracks the S&P 500, both of these I'm seeing head and shoulders, right? We have the left shoulder, head, right shoulder here on SPY on the 10-day chart. And on QQQ, let me show you guys that, we have the same thing, head and shoulders. So for these two ETFs, which again, I kind of use these to track the overall markets, and I know a lot of you out there do the same thing. For these two ETFs, we have to see, if we're looking at this from a bullish perspective, we have to see if QQQ breaks the neckline, which is right at $365 per share, and we have to see if SPY breaks the neckline, which on SPY it's right around $453 a share. So if we start seeing momentum out of there this week, and the futures market just opened up about 9 minutes ago, let's see what the futures are looking like. They're a little bit in the red. We have the S&P down 0.02%, NASDAQ's down 0.2%, we have the Russell down 0.03%, and we have the Dow futures. Those are up about 0.05%, so pretty much flat on the futures right now. But if we see an uptick in the futures in the morning, let's say we have a couple green days, we start breaking the neckline on SPY and QQQ, that is where we could really start seeing more momentum to the upside. And obviously on the bottom side, let's say if SPY breaks under 448, we start getting under 440, especially into the 430s, that is where the head and shoulder is going to play out, the head and shoulders, and it could start going even down to the 420. So keep that in mind. This week is very important for price action on SPY and QQQ. And let's say QQQ breaks under 355 and especially under 350, that is where it's going to start seeing more downside. The head and shoulders will play out, and before you know it, this might be back into the 330, 335 range. So that's a quick little technical breakdown on what I'm seeing right now and a quick rundown of what the futures are looking like. And again, they're pretty much flat at this point at about 6:11 p.m. on the East Coast on Sunday night. So what do you guys think about the markets? Drop me a comment. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you are finding value in this video. And this week, like I said, we have a lot of earnings reports. We have Tyson Foods, we have Amgen, Simon Property Group, we have TTWO, Take-Two Interactive, we have Chegg, Pfizer, BP, we have Peloton, which we got to talk about later in this video. We have Enphase, Chipotle, Corsair Gaming, Lyft, we have CVS, Disney, Uber, Twilio, Zynga, Twitter, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, D-Dog, which is also known as Datadog. I like to call it D-Dog. We also have Affirm, and we have Under Armour, just to name a few. I mean, that's more than a few. And we actually have a lot more earnings than just those, but those are the more popular companies that more people know that are reporting this week. So a lot's going on this week, guys. Expect more volatility. We'll see a lot of guidance from some of the bigger companies in the world. We're obviously also going to see what they did for the prior quarter. And again, guidance is very important. So let's talk about some of these companies that I'm personally looking at. And number one is, like I said, Simon Property Group. They report, I believe, tomorrow at some point this week. Let me see here. Simon Property Group, they report on the 7th, which is tomorrow after market hours. And recently, this stock has taken a good haircut. I mean, from $172, that was back in the beginning of November. We just hit $145 recently on Friday, meaning this thing has come down about $27 or around 15%. So it's well in correction territory, not in bear market territory quite yet, but it's getting close. Let's put it that way. And it makes sense that we sold off, considering this thing went straight up from $132 in the beginning of October to $172 in the beginning of November. This thing ran up 40 points or about 31% in just a month. So the past couple of months, it's been cooling off into this earnings report. So I'm very interested to see what Simon Property Group does. As of now, we're in this wedge. As you guys can see on this 4-hour chart, we've been uptrending for a couple of months, but at the same time, since early November, we've been making lower highs. And obviously now we're seeing a death cross. We're under the moving averages, but we're still fighting to hold the uptrend, making higher lows. Now we just have to see if this thing wants to break out, maybe go back up towards the top of the wedge, which could put it anywhere from 155 to 160. So Simon Property Group, keep your eyes on this one for tomorrow, as again they report after market hours. Tyson Foods also reports tomorrow. They might be pre-market. Let me see here. Yeah, they're pre-market. They report tomorrow morning, and this chart looks pretty good. This just hit a high of $94 back in the middle of January, so about 2-3 weeks ago. And from $94, now it's trading at about $89. It's down about 6-7% from that recent high. It's come down a bit, and it seems like the uptrend is continuing. It's holding, as we are holding above the 180 moving average on this 4-hour chart. And we did see some buyers step in on Friday. Even though we had a 2% red day on Friday, we do have a green candlestick here on the stock, as it is gapping up, or it did gap up after market hours on Friday. You guys can see here, this thing closed at about $88.30, and then after market, it shot up to over $89. So nice move after hours on Friday for Tyson. Let's see if this momentum continues. Let's see if we do see a bounce back off this 180 SMA into earnings tomorrow. So watch out for Tyson. Uber is another one. UBER is the ticker. This one up over 7% on Friday. So big move for Uber, as overall it's still pretty oversold, considering it sold off in a straight line from the middle of January from $44 all the way to $32 in just about 10, 12, 14 days of trading, guys. Or not even days of trading, calendar days in general. This thing dropped from $44 to about $32 in literally 10, 12 days. That's nuts. It dropped 24%. We got the rally off that $32 low. We got to about $38. We sold off again to about $34. Now we're trying to rally yet again. We sold off to $34 just a couple days ago. Now we closed above 37 on Friday. So let's see if this momentum above the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart continues for Uber. It might go back to test 39. Heck, if it breaks that high from last week, 40 is right around the corner with earnings coming up on the 9th. So what is that? That's on Wednesday. They report after market hours. So Uber is one I'm watching very closely. CVS is another one I'm watching. As you guys know, you shouldn't know this at this point, we've seen a lot of rotation, a huge rotation out of growth into value. And CVS, what's CVS, guys? It's a growth beast, right? No, it's a value stock. This thing has gone up from $79. When was this? Back in August? Not that long ago. It's gone from $79 to $110. percent roughly, which is a crazy move for CVS. And they report earnings. Let me see here. They report on the 9th. So that's what? Wednesday or Thursday. You guys know I mess up the dates all the time when we're talking about earnings. So today's the 6th, Sunday, 7th, Monday, 8 Tuesday. Yes, 9 is the Wednesday, September 9th. Or not September, February 9th. What am I saying, guys? February 9th, that is when they report CVS after market or before the market. So be careful a little bit. This one's run up a ton. They have to report pretty good numbers, in my opinion, for this to continue, for this huge rally to continue. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they disappointed a bit. Not saying their earnings are going to be bad, but if they don't come in pristine, 100% amazing earnings, this might sell off towards the low hundreds, maybe $102, right by the 180 moving average. So keep that in mind. And on top of that, I'm seeing a bearish divergence, which leads me to believe even more this thing needs to come down a bit in the short term. So watch out for CVS. Another one is Pfizer, ticker symbol PFE. They report earnings. Let me see here. They report on the 8th. So they report on Tuesday, and you guys can see Pfizer is clearly uptrending. The chart looks pretty nice. We've been hitting higher highs, higher lows, all that good stuff. Even though we're under the moving averages right now on the 4-hour, and we're seeing a death cross, the chart still looks pretty good as long as it holds above 49 to $50, which was the bottom point from about 2-3 weeks ago on the 24th of January, and also from the beginning of December. So I'm telling you guys, as long as we hold above this point, which as of now we are, and we're trying to gain momentum out of the mid-50s, this thing's going to be bullish as long as we break above. If we break 55 into the 56s, and as long as we hold 50, this is in bullish territory, in my opinion. But if we fail at about 55, this could easily turn into a head and shoulders. You guys probably can see it for yourselves. We have the left shoulder, we got the head, and we have the good old right shoulder. Even though I kind of butchered that, you guys get what I'm saying. So if we fail at 55, which we are kind of doing right now, and we take out 50 on the bottom side, that right shoulder is going to complete big time, in my opinion, towards maybe $40, $45 a share. But if they blow earnings out of the park, do well, we break 55, this might end up going back towards the $60 level. So keep your eyes on Pfizer. We also have MGM this week, which is interesting, an interesting one to keep your eyes on. This one's starting to gain momentum slowly out of the moving averages right now. It went up almost 4% this past Friday. You guys can see it's trading above the 50 and the 180 SMAs, and now we're holding above $44, and we're on our way to maybe break $46, which is a main resistance on this chart that I'm seeing. You guys can see we triple topped at about $46 in December heading into the middle of January. So if we fail at 45, 46 again, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably going to start dumping back under the moving averages. But if we get momentum out of $46, where I'm going to put my alert right now, this is probably going to start shooting past 50. We'll see how it goes. Again, we have earnings this week on the 9th, which is on Wednesday after market hours. So watch out for MGM Resorts. Keep your eyes on good old Chipotle, which I have a love-hate relationship with. I've talked about Chipotle on my channel. In my area, guys, a lot of the Chipotles have been understaffed. They've shut down early. I've ordered on the app, and then I show up to the restaurant to see a sign on the front door that says, or the front, the front door that says, call this number or go to this website for a refund. A lot has been going down in my area with Chipotle, and I think it's all around the country. I've heard a lot of people having these problems, and the truth is I haven't been to Chipotle. If you guys even care, you probably don't care. I guarantee you don't care about this, but I haven't been to Chipotle in months because they've pissed me off, multiple times. So I don't know if I'm the only one, but hey, that's just me being honest, and the stock has been getting destroyed, guys, and I'm secretly happy. Just kidding. I don't want the company to go under or anything, but the stock's been getting destroyed. Look at the thing here, $19 or $1,900. It was around $1,960 back. When was this? In September, roughly, and it's down about 30% from that point as we hit under 1,300 recently. We hit about 1,296, so it dropped over 30% from top to bottom. Now it has rebounded about 200 points off of the lows, and we did close above the 50 SMA this past week, and on Friday we went up 2.5%, so that is a good sign that we are breaking the moving average, one of the moving averages in the short term, leading into earnings, which are on Tuesday after market hours. So if they do well, guys, if they surprise, maybe guidance is solid on Chipotle Mexican Grill, this might go past 1,500. I'm going to put my alert at about 1,510 since that was the high point from last week. If they do well, I'm telling you, this might go shoot straight to 16, maybe 1650, which is right by the 180 moving average on this 4-hour chart, which has proven to be resistance for a couple of months here. So I think there's momentum potentially building here for a move within these moving averages, between these moving averages, and that is where we could potentially play Chipotle Mexican Grill. And as always, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. You must always do your own research. I'm just here giving you guys my opinion on these different stocks and what I'm seeing when it comes to their chart. So let's go to the next one, Under Armour, ticker symbol UA. They report earnings, let's see here, on the 11th. So that's got to be Friday, right? Yeah, that's Friday pre-market. So one of the last earnings reports of the week is Under Armour here. And I'm noticing personally an inverse head and shoulders forming ever so slightly here on this, what is this, the 4-hour chart. You guys can see the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder of this inverse head and shoulder. So this might not materialize. It might not play out. But if we do end up seeing this show any signs of life in terms of the right shoulder trying to complete, it could get anywhere from, let's say, 18, maybe 1850, which would put it right by the resistance earlier in January, about a month ago. So watch out for Under Armour ahead of earnings. This thing's been beaten down from $23 to $15. In other words, it is down about 35%, which is crazy in just a couple of months. And this has been one that, if you guys recall, I'm not sure if you've seen my videos on Under Armour before in their recent reports, or I don't know how long you guys have been watching my channel, but we've covered this one before earnings, the past two reports, and look at these reports, guys. Look at the stock after the reports, rather, is what I should say, because we can't see what they actually reported. But if you look at the price action, Under Armour 2 reports ago went from $17.80 all the way to $22 a share, and the last report it went from $18.90 to $23 a share after. So if they blow numbers out of the water, if they're doing well, guidance is nice, and the stock's beating down 35%, this thing might fly after earnings. I don't think it's going to do a Snapchat move of 60%, although it could. Nobody knows. I mean, that move was unbelievable. I don't think it's going to go up that much if they surprise on earnings. But could it go up 10, 15, 20%? Absolutely. I've seen it happen with my own eyes the past 2 reports Under Armour has had. So keep an eye on that one. D-Dog's another one. We covered this one last week, so there's no need to really go too in-depth on it. But like the other stocks, this one also reports earnings this week, I believe on the 10th. Yup, on the 10th before the market opens, and we see a clear-cut inverse head and shoulders on D-Dog. It's very prominent here on the 4-hour chart. You guys have the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. We broke out of that 50 SMA. Now we're about to break out of the 180. And if we break out of the 180 SMA and the highs from last week at about 155-ish, where I'm going to put my alert right now, this right shoulder is most likely going to complete. I mean, depending on earnings, anything could happen, but if we break 155, guys, I see this thing going 170, 175, maybe 180. That's where I think it could end up going. Let's say between 170 to 180. So keep your eyes on D-Dog. Peloton is another one, which I've dogged on Peloton so many times. I've made fun of the stock. I've called it a piece of crap for months at this point. but it's showing a sign of life. On Friday, I think we got news that Amazon might be buying them or something, and quite honestly, I didn't really go too deep into it. And as of now, it is a rumor from what I'm seeing. I don't think anything crazy happened around this, but you guys can see here, Amazon, or rather Peloton stock shoots more than 30% higher after a report of Amazon acquisition interest. And we've seen Amazon do this before. They bought, what have they bought? Whole Foods. They bought, what else do they buy? The Washington Post or whatever. There's a couple other ones. They're slipping my mind right now. But Amazon and all these big tech companies in general, guys, they have so much freaking cash. Them buying Peloton, what's Peloton's market cap right now? I mean, come on. Is it like 15 billion? Them buying this company is literally a drop in the bucket. So if Amazon buys them, quite honestly, I would not be surprised. They're an $8 billion market cap. Holy crap, guys. $8 billion. Amazon could literally buy them tomorrow, and it literally won't leave a dent in their pocket unless they do. They might pay a premium. Amazon might buy them out for $50 a share or something like that, or maybe $75 a share, which might be overpaying, or maybe they might buy them out for $40 a share, all stock deal. I have no idea, but we do have news and we do have a rumor that Amazon is interested, and if it materializes, this stock might go bananas in the short term, and they do have earnings coming out on the 8th, so in 2 days on Tuesday. Peloton's going to be reporting after market hours. So what do you guys think? I'll leave you off with this. What do you think? Is Amazon going to buy Peloton? Drop me a comment down below. Say yes, I think Amazon's going to buy them. No, I don't. And leave me a reason why. And if you all found value in this video, hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure to join my Patreon if you want all my buys, sells, call outs, plus more. All that good stuff's linked down below. And you guys could also get your 5 stocks from Moomoo. If you want some free money, all you have to do is use my link, deposit $100, and you could get up to 5 stocks, each of which could be valued up to $3,500. So get your money down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.